Hi, I like to talk about TV, films and comics on this channel, and today we're going to talk about a comic book series, the Red Sonja series from 2019 to 2020 by Mark Russell. Red Sonja was a hero who doesn't get talked about much as far as I'm aware. She's been a mainstay of the comics industry for probably 40-50 years at least. She is a sort of counterpart to Conan the Barbarian, and she's basically a red-haired warrior from, I'll murder the name of her place now, a land called Hyraknia. And she's got the nickname of the She-Devil. She will not sleep with any man unless they can best her in combat, and she likes to drink, she likes to fight, and she doesn't mess about. They did try to make a film of her with Brigitte Nielsen in the 80s, but it lost a lot for all the things that make Red Sonja Red Sonja. And they would be terrified to make a film of her today because of her costume, which is a chainmail bikini armour, which is being addressed in numerous runs of her book as to the reason why she wears it, and there's a perfectly legitimate reason I won't go into now, but you just know that anyone would see it and not understanding the character just sort of picture fit because they're incapable of any deeper thought than reactionary knee-jerk things. That said, there have been many people who have worked on Red Sonja. Gail Simone had a noted run on her recently, and I like that run, but I don't think it's the best run. I think this Mark Russell run from 2019 to 2020 is one of the best ones. It's just had a trade paperback released, Scorched Earth, which covers the first half of the run, and the second half is still available in single issues, and I imagine they will bring a trade out. It's the kind of thing that probably needs a deluxe edition book to come out containing the entire series. I think it's about 17 or 18 issues. I'll throw up at the bottom how many issues in total it is. But basically, this sees Sonja return to her homelands and get elected queen. She doesn't want this title, but everyone goes, no, we'll elect a new queen. And then they go, oh, by the way, there's a emperor who's trying to take over the world, a bit like in 300 with the Persians, and he's coming for us. So you better sort it out and make sure we get defended or work it out so we don't all die. But Sonja, being Sonja, doesn't surrender, she doesn't strike deals, and what you have then for the entire run is a pitched battle between Sonja's leadership and this emperor. The emperor cannot be seen to retreat. He's under a understanding that he has a false curse on him where if he stops expanding his empire he will die, so he has to expand. And also he's got a level of ego and pride that means he's not going to be seen to surrender or retreat from battles against a sort of lower class civilization such as Sonja's, and in particular one led by a woman. Well, every issue you get a different battle scenario given to you, and you see the different tactics on either side being worked out, and for the most part Sonja bests this guy at the end of every issue, and she bests him in a believable, tactically correct manner. And that's what's good about it. Actual thought has gone into the battle tactics that go on in this book. And that's what makes it so enjoyable for me. I like strategy games on my computer. I like seeing battles of films and TV. And if you like that kind of stuff, then this is great. There's also character development all the way along for Sonja and the bad guys. And it's interesting to see how those characters move forward. Both have sacrifices made on either side. It's just a really well written, well executed book, and I think if they were looking to bring Red Sonja to the screen, this would be a good way to do it. You can have a good 2-hour film where she's leading this sort of ragtag army on a constant retreat. It was reminiscent of Zulu to me. I know Zulu's where they're trapped in one area, but they use sort of different war battle tactics to try and defend themselves against overwhelming odds. Same thing as this, except it's sort of a constantly moving battle. I would just recommend it to anyone who wants to try something that isn't sort of superheroes, but you still want a fun, enjoyable comic to read, and you might not have tried Red Sonja, or if you are a Red Sonja fan, this is definitely worth picking up. It's always on sale on things like Comixology. I first found out about this series when I got the first 2 issues as a humble bundle. It was just 2 issues thrown in there. So I read them and then went, yep, fine. So I went and bought the rest of the series. But it's relatively cheap to pick up. It's from Dynamite. I got this digitally because, to be honest, I'm running out of space, long and short of it is, and I can't keep buying trades. And unless they bring out a deluxe edition of this, I'm not going to buy it just to read physically. I'm quite happy reading it digitally. They all come with lots of great cover galleries in the single issues and in the trade. And I would just recommend it to anyone that wants a well thought out, intelligent, fun sort of action comic to read. Let me know what you think. Do you think this is the best run? Do you prefer the Gail Simone one? Do you think there's another run that stands above this? Please feel free to throw us a like and a subscribe, and thanks for watching.